Hello, Eric.
What's up, Chris?
Retrograde Amnesia is a member of the Greenlit Podcast Network, a coalition of creator-owned podcasts focused on video gaming, entertainment, and pop culture. Go to greenlitpodcast.com to find out about all the great shows on the network. Also, Eric, we have a Patreon page.
Patreon.com/retroam.
Yeah. How we secure that /retroam? That's pretty good. It's pretty easy to say. Rolls off the tongue. You can go there, get bonus episodes, miniseries, and early access. Access to the real net. Would you like to hear some hot sounds that I've recorded?
Mark noise.
Welcome to Retrograde Amnesia, a comprehensive podcast where we discuss classic JRPGs, chapter by chapter, beat by beat. In this series, we are covering Chrono Cross. This time, we return to the another world to find our body, our soul, and our Skelly. My name is Chris. I'm joined tonight by Eric. Hey, Eric.
Great intro, Chris.
Thanks. I love Skelly. Also, I love the Real Net. We are joined by the Real Net, a collective of patrons who are listening to us record live. They're on Discord, making fun of us. You too can join the conversation at patreon.com/retroam. You might hear us accidentally burp or fart during the podcast.
We are also joined by the fakenet, our post-production AI companion, and Siamese twins at the wrist with Randy, the protagonist of Panzer Dragoon's Vi.
Initializing fakenet.
Other sources state the boy's name as Lundy, but the back of the North American box definitively calls him Randy. And he is my friend.
Randy?
His name's fucking Randy on the back of the box.
Just
I don't think he's ever actually addressed.
Randy?
Yeah, Randy.
Like Randy and Randy from your science class?
Yeah, it's like the fucking shit of it where Dune, everybody's got a weird name, but also Paul.
That bothered me the whole time I was reading Dune.
Yeah, Paul and Jessica, and then Thurfweir Howitt.
Eric, are you tired from talking about Miguel? Because Miguel is exhausting. But
Yes.
we have defeated Miguel, left his ass to die, or maybe he's already dead. Who fucking knows? We were rescued.
He Yoda faded away.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
He's been removed. He's been deleted.
Is he going to
He's
astral?
been canceled.
Is he going to astral project into the ending later to
Encourage us? Yeah, sure.
Okay, good, maybe.
Maybe
Perhaps.
say hello to Lena,
Yeah, I
his
mean,
daughter.
yeah. I mean, Lena's still very confused.
Dude, imagine you come back and like your surgeon's like, yo, I found your dad. I had to kill him.
Yeah.
We had to put him down. But
Yes. Also, here's another you right here. You guys can be friends, I guess.
have a clone in place of your father.
Yes, sure. That's how the Clone Wars really got started. So
Shit's going down.
shit's going down.
Shit's going down.
We're escaping, and our party members think that we aren't going to make it out of the Dead Sea, but a giant white dragon.
It has two pairs of parallel wings.
Parallel wings.
Parallel things.
It saves our asses.
It says a great line.
Yes.
Grab hold, son of man.
Yes. That's what she said. Then we get a CG cutscene, Eric.
Yep. Light shoots into the air from the end of the area into a gray sky. It pierces the clouds. Lava erupts from cracked rifts around the entire Dead Sea. A triad of fire builds toward the center before it erupts into a mushroom cloud. It all then sucks to the center like a black hole, creating one incredibly dense and tiny, physics-defying object.
What is going on? I don't understand why Miguel's death has anything to do with this. Was Miguel the centerpiece of this?
Yeah, like maybe he was the only thing from actual reality that was holding it all together, and now that we vanquished him and granted him his eternal rest, it's all collapsing around that one constant.
Okay. I don't ever want to talk about Miguel again.
Okay. So then we're on a coral beach.
Yes, I think it's Marbule.
It's the
Beach.
back end. It's like undeveloped part of Marbule.
Yes.
Music, Lost Fragments, is playing.
Mm-hmm.
The dragon looks so real, and everything around this looks so stylized. It looks like someone drugged some kind of clip art in here.
It's weird. Generic party member wants to know why the dragon helps us, and the Sky Dragon basically just
Speaks.
talks and's like, I saved you because I want to see how all this plays out.
I too would like to witness this, how thou shalt live and how thou shalt die. If thou art planning to bring forth a new entity, prepare thyself for anguish and sorrow. Then it takes off while our party approaches the perfectly symmetrical pool of water and beach in front of us.
Yes.
Then there's white text on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
There's a dull roar that suggests the Sky Dragon is still speaking.
Yes.
To the Sea of Eden. If thou intend to defy the goddess of fate, speak with the ancient dragon gods who sit in repose
Repose?
Repose. It means a state of rest, sleep, or tranquility.
In El Nido, let the path to the Sea of Eden be known when all the powers of the sleeping dragons are brought together. Starkey asks if we're concerned about this other world. He says that the dimensional distortion should be back in order and we should go to Opassa Beach.
Yes, because Starkey should know this. Are we now on the collect the Triforce pieces now?
Yes, we're now on the go wherever you can and complete whatever quests you can to try to wrap up this video game.
Question, do you remember when we met the water dragon and it said that we had to choose between like ourselves and in the planet or whatever, the weird environmentalism message?
Yeah.
Was the water dragon just fucking with us? Because that has nothing to do with anything that we just learned here.
It might pick up later.
Okay.
Maybe.
Because I don't think that we're in a position to make any sort of fucking choice right now. We're just going wherever fate takes us.
I also like how the Sky Dragon wanted to see where fate was taking it, but then interceded.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Yeah, it's almost like that the dragons are pushing around puzzle pieces, right, or chess pieces,
Chess pieces,
right?
yeah.
To see what's going to happen. I don't know.
I don't know if this is the way it unfolds, but if like one world has suicidal dragons and another world has dragons that want to like preserve the world,
yeah,
as opposed to condemn it.
Interesting.
Back to the world map. Fields of Time. Home world plays.
Stop by Fort Dragoni because I didn't have Draggy yet. So
how did you find that on your return trip? Did you complete all the puzzles easily?
I did. I completed all the puzzles very easily.
Even the character switching one?
Because I'm a genius.
Damn it.
Yes. Also, I found a bunch of, you never noted this, Eric, some Denadorite.
Bless you?
Denadorite, it's a mineral that you can find there that you can use to forge stone weapons, which are more powerful than the mithril weapons that we're currently using.
Well, I didn't find that because I didn't find that.
Okay, well, I found a couple of them in here, so I
do wonder if, like, where you're at in the game, if that makes that a drop now, because that would have been way too overpowered for me back whenever ago, right, to have stone weapons?
Yeah.
Because I was still getting into mithril just then.
I think it's starting to come out.
Okay.
But yeah, I did get some of that, and I think that's a reference to the mountain, the Denadaro Mountains from Chrono Trigger. That's where the one of the pieces of the Masamune. Please see 2 episodes ago.
Well, this video game has been known to reference, what'd you call it? Chrono Trigger? Chrono.
Yeah.
Chrono Trigger. Final Fantasy Chronicle Trigger.
Anyway, these new weapons are still not as good as the space gun, though.
Yeah, right.
We still haven't got there yet, so.
The gun you pull out of the fish is the best gun in the game.
Anyway, I'm bringing Draggy with me for a little while.
Cool.
So, new chapter, Eric.
Mm-hmm.
This next chapter is called A Portal Reopened. Is the subtitle. And the earth began to weep, and the planet began to shake, and the tides began to shift.
Planet began to shake because the planet just shook. We just had an earthquake. You can't fool me.
Ding noise. Good job, Eric. So, yeah, let's go to Opassa Beach, right?
Yeah, we got some waves going, man.
Yeah.
Ah, shit, Chris. The dimensional gate works again.
Yeah, it does. Draggy says, then let's get going.
And then we do.
Yeah.
We transform, we transpose.
Yeah,
we're back at the other Opassa Beach.
There's no CG cutscene to whisk us away because we're Lynx, and they didn't render that.
As we try to exit stage right, a dialogue box with some screaming appears.
Yes.
A local youth, the kid who's looking for rainbow shells, is being backed into a corner by a pair of the parading black cat things.
Yes.
The demon cats that we encountered when we met Lynx in Viper's office.
Yes.
And these things prance.
Yeah,
sir.
they do. They really prance. The Shadow Cats stop when they notice Lynx.
Yeah.
The kid says he's in some kind of fix.
But when they stop, they just do the reverse of their animation and walk backwards.
Yeah,
it looks
that's
weird.
true.
The boy wonders what is going on, then literally jumps when he sees Lynx, who he calls a cat man. He looks back and forth a couple of times. Starkey tells the boy to leave, Chris.
He does.
Irene's implies we're going to fight the cats. Then both cats phase out of here.
Yes, Eric, this is weird. There is
it is.
There is a bunch of unique dialogue written for this part. That's not generic dialogue that you just read. I'm going to read out all the character-specific lines of people telling the cats to go away.
Hell yeah, dude.
Because that was written here for some reason.
Initializing ChrisNet.
Harley says, you are a nuisance. Are you planning to stand in Monsieur Lynx's way? And there's no, Frenchiness to that, which is weird.
Well, Harley, I think the accent is an affect that she puts on.
Yeah. Briggs says, get out of here. Just leave. Zappa says, you're a pain in the arse, Scram. Vaughn says, leave now if you want to live.
Norris, come on, Vaughn. You're not that intimidating.
Yeah. Nora says, begone, demons, if you value your lives. Sneff says, now's your chance to run, fools.
This is like everyone's line they should have said at the beginning of every battle.
Yeah. For some reason, there's dialogue here for Mickey. I don't think you can have Mickey at this point.
Well,
maybe a New Game Plus.
Yeah, you can bring anyone you want whenever you want at a certain point in this game.
She says, you'd better disappear before my eyes right now, or else. Irene says, leave at once. We do not wish to fight in vain. Starkey says, leave now. We do not want to fight in vain. Generic dialogue here is begone.
I don't think I got that.
Yeah, well, this shit could be wrong. Who knows? Generic dialogue here is begone if you wish to live. Harley also will say, get out of our way. It's written on there. Might be true. Who knows? And also, generic party member dialogue is "We'll take you on."
Well, Chris, the kid thanks us for saving him. He was out here looking for rainbow shells because that's what he has to use to impress Kiki in this world.
Yes, not Komodo dragon scalps.
It is going to be, we'll find out a little bit later that it's very strange that he's even here, but, whatever. Before he leaves, he tells us to be careful, as a lot of monsters are running around these days.
Yes.
This signals to the player that the places we have visited before will now be populated with cat demons or other nefarious entities.
Yeah.
Locations are no longer the same. He also tells us the adults think this whole thing is a rebellion led by Surge. He has heard Surge is trying to kill everyone on this island.
Yes. Draggy Norse can't believe this shit.
No. Starkey notes the chaos. Irene calls attention to this world Surge siding against the people.
Yes. Interesting. This is a pretty good little plot twist here. I mean, we kind of knew that Lynx... obviously, we know that Lynx has taken Surge's body.
Yeah, but you didn't know he was going to do like a Mad Max murdering band of thieves.
Yeah. We didn't know that he was going to try to take
boys.
over. Yeah, become this rebellious dictator guy.
So where'd you go next? Did you dance the Tokage?
I did not dance with the Tokage or the Tokage. I just went straight to Arni.
Me too.
Yes.
Arni Village, optional.
Something is not right here, Eric.
I'm not playing Arni Village, Another World. What's it playing?
Playing Lost in Time, I think.
Child Lost in Time.
Yes, same thing.
It's empty.
It's spooky.
Why is the sinister music playing, Chris? This is the land of niceness.
I don't know. The guy in front of the path to the chief's house says that everyone has gone back and taken refuge to the chief's house because they're afraid of Surge, I guess.
Chief Gonji, yeah.
Yes. I went to the pier and tried to steal that guy's boat, but I couldn't.
No.
And you can steal a rainbow shell from the item cart.
Yeah, you can rip off the vendor.
Yes.
Chris, how much time has passed?
I would say a week, maybe?
Okay. Yeah.
That seems right.
That seems about right.
Based on what we find out later. Did you go check on Mojo?
No, did you?
I
Is
didn't.
he down there?
There's a line of dialogue here, so we're going to pretend like we checked on Mojo and hope that this is true.
Yes, Chris, I did check on Mojo. You tell me what he said.
Yes, if you go check on Mojo, he says, "What happened to you? My body will turn into jelly if I don't start working out."
So Mojo's out of shape. This past week, he started to atrophy.
I guess he won't. I guess he's not going to rejoin us, so sorry.
No, we'll find that. Everyone we encounter does not rejoin us out here.
Right. So then we can go to Termina, but we have to pass through Fossil Valley again.
Right. We can't just walk through it. We have to go do the whole thing.
Yes.
Drown Valley plays.
Yes, Fossil Valley plays, and there are those demon cat guys that we just encountered wandering around here for us to battle.
Chris, it's important that you put Draggy in your party.
Yes, I have Draggy in my party here.
Good. The black cats are prancing around, and I'm going to fight and kill them.
Yes, they have the shadow sneak ability from Pokemon.
Yeah. What's that?
It's where you turn into a shadow and pop up behind somebody and hurt them.
Yeah, they come back out as a 2D demon image, not unlike the background cats we saw in Temporal Vortex.
Yeah.
Then they use their 2D arms to slap the shit out of people.
Yeah, there's one other enemy here. It's called the Teuton Shaman, an eggplant wearing a hockey mask and a golden headdress that has various ornaments hanging off of it.
Yeah, there are two distinct ornaments that are hanging off each side.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah, you just cast Fire Pillar and sometimes Volcano.
Yeah, that must be an advanced civilization to have a headdress like that.
Well, I was thinking they're like sentient ram creatures, but they also have some major Teletubby energy.
Yeah, that's true.
With them.
That's true.
With the Shadow Cats, though, they drop stone gear. Or stone stuff. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I bought some stone armor for Lynx, so I thrashed these guys, and they also drop fur.
Oh, cool.
I assume we need fur later.
So, we can take Draggy up to the Dragon Skeleton area, the place that we originally acquired Skelly's head from.
Yeah, you climb that ladder, and there's that massive dragon corpse.
Yes, Draggy notices something up here. It's his mother!
Draggy spits out a bunch of exclamation points.
Yes.
He walks toward the large skull. The massive dragon exclaims, "Mother, no. No!" Capital letters.
Yeah, he seems to know that she sacrificed herself to save him.
He thinks he's all alone now, and he has no family. He's sobbing. What does Draggy want more than anything else, Chris?
He wants family.
Mother, brother, father, mother, family.
Yes, of course. "Do not cry, my child," she tells Draggy.
Yeah, the voice, white text over the screen.
Yeah, somehow her voice is lingering here. She tells Draggy that he has great friends. "Just remember, Mother will always be in your heart." Draggy then realizes the truth. Being friends with an alien, a cat, a jester, and a mushroom are better than having a mother. Draggy learned big breath.
He thanks his mother and tells her he'll be back to visit again. That's it, dude. Is this Draggy's only character development?
Draggy's arc is now complete.
I think it is.
Yes. Did you notice Draggy's idle animation?
No.
He just fucking flies up and stares at the back of Lynx's head.
Cool.
You can turn Lynx around and stare back at him. It's pretty good.
That's pretty good. It's not bad. But yeah, that's it, dude.
Yeah.
So I like the implication that Draggy's mother and therefore all dragons have the same speech impediment that Draggy has, and it's not just a childlike affect.
Yeah.
But it's incredibly weak that this is probably the only character development Draggy's going to get in this video game.
Yeah.
Also, it was just a scene from Land Before Time.
That's also true.
Littlefoot's mother dies. Yeah.
I mean, this was an opportunity to tell us more about the non-godlike dragons, but
just
we're not
the random ones that can still communicate past death, I guess.
Yeah, sure, I guess. I mean, Draggy should have said I am the last one. So,
damn it.
Shall we proceed to Termina?
Yes, we enter Termina in another world. What music plays?
It's Termina home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm spitting question marks out at Chris.
Yeah.
Tell me why this is.
I guess they needed different music for the situation here. But we have not heard Termina home in Termina home. We heard Fossil Valley in Termina home. We have heard Termina another in Termina another, but now we are hearing Termina home in Termina another.
Folks, if you know what Chris just said, write into retroamnesiapod@gmail.com.
That's not the right address. It's retrogradamnesiapodcast@gmail.com. Thank you. I had Norris with me.
Yes, I put him in my party as well.
Yes. So one of the soldiers recognizes Norris and says they have.
I forget. Do we point out that this is now poor occupied?
Yeah, good point. The poor flags, the red flag with like the chimera thing that we saw in the other one,
they're flying.
Are flying here.
There's soldiers patrolling. People are gone. All the floral decorations from the Viper Festival are still here, though.
Yes.
The NPCs are replaced, basically.
Yeah, we'll get some dialogue on this later, but like, in general, the NPCs here cannot believe this shit because their festival already got delayed because of us breaking into Viper Manor, and now it's been delayed again because they're being
occupied by an opposing force.
Yes. So one of the soldiers recognizes Norris and says that they have suspended all economic activity in Termina.
They left that element shop, but they're having some trouble with the blacksmith.
Yeah.
He is stubborn and he won't close the shop for anything. He also says the bar is shut down and they're very thorough. This implicitly means that they are not thorough. We almost certainly find something if we go to the bar.
Yeah, true.
And the bar is where you go to advance the plot in this game.
Yeah, I saved that for last, though.
Yes, so did I. The soldier then says, not that anyone would go drinking at a time like this.
Of course not. Why would you drink when you're oppressed? So I stopped by the inn first.
That's where I went as well, Chris.
The innkeeper recognizes Lynx because I think people in Termina, in this Termina, know Lynx because he was working with the
Viper.
With Viper, but I mean, we'll find out later that he was playing both sides.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also a soldier in there that is looking for suspicious characters.
He's in the back, yeah.
Yeah.
He notes the inn gets many visitors, and they're here checking anyone suspicious. I declined to use the shit buckets.
Yes. I forgot to check the rooms. Were there any people in there?
No, I checked.
So, what's your next stop?
Lisa's.
Okay.
Did you bring Fun Guy?
No.
Oh boy, I did.
Oh no, I missed it.
It's real good. So Lisa's element shop, right? Her up front, she's still all business at the business.
Yeah.
Did you go in the back room?
No.
Oh gosh. So I go in the back room. Among the slight noise of a man snoring, it looks like a fucking skeleton or Emperor Cain or something is in the bed.
Okay.
My dude looks like shit.
All right.
Lisa walks in and says her father suddenly got sick and fell asleep, which is exactly what I would do if I knew my parallel universe self, who had mutated into a fungus, was coming and wanted to have a conversation. Fuck that shit. Anyway, Lisa says he hasn't woken up since and then trails off. Mm-hmm. Her only relief is that he looks peaceful. Lisa says she has been selfish, that she hasn't helped out at the store since Mother passed away. She covers her face with her hands, but then we hear a voice from the side asking if anyone is around. Lisa notes that she has a customer and excuses herself. She touches her face again to put herself back together before she leaves. Then I approach the snoring man.
Mm-hmm.
Fun Guy, who is this guy, walks up and holds his hands in front of his face. He says a bunch of exclamation points, then he doubles over in pain and puts his hands on his head. Is my dude going through an existential crisis?
Yes.
He says nothing and then controls handled back to Lynx. That's it. No dialogue. He just is like, oh no.
Did they start programming this scene and just stop?
I think so. So I wanted more, but I expected nothing, so this is fine.
Yes.
And so, Chris, if I were remaking Chrono Cross, you know those pictures on the wall?
Yeah.
In the back room?
Mm-hmm.
I would have Lynx and the other party members exit the door, but then Fun Guy stays behind and approaches the wall with all the family photographs. He uses a considerable amount of force to remove one of those pictures off the wall. He holds it in front of his face. He stares at it for exactly 10 seconds, then he puts it down the front of his pants and leaves.
Yeah. Yeah. Never give us creative control of a video game.
I love this sequence.
Yeah.
You should go in there, though, because that dude looks like Emperor Cain. He looks melted.
Okay, well, I'll note that.
Sorry.
Okay, well,
What a journey. Where'd you go next?
I went to the sick girl's house.
Yep, I've got Sick House, 3rd level.
Yeah, when we go in there, a boy pops in the window.
Pop goes the weasels in there.
Yeah.
It's one of the Glen House boys.
Yes, the girl shouts back, Kine, what are you doing here? This apparently is the kid who brought the Drakehorn grass to cure her.
Yes.
This is apparently the hopscotch kid, the kid that was playing hopscotch outside of this house. He says it is not fun to play alone, and he wants someone to play with him. The girl says that even if she gets well, they may not be able to play with all the poor soldiers out here.
Yeah, I like how we're getting some continuation of character development in these houses for these random NPCs.
Yeah, even though this is pretty pointless, but it's still kind of cool. The kids then make like a sweet promise to play together one day, and then Kine pops the fuck out of there.
Yeah, he implies the soldiers will be leaving in no time.
Yeah, that's
and
pretty
that the girl responds by saying she will practice her jump rope.
Yes, good job.
We approach them. The mother reminds the daughter that Kine brought the Drakehorn soup, so she better eat it so she can get well.
Yes, indeed.
Let's go to Skelly's house, Chris.
Yeah, Skelly's house is the real first place that I went.
Yes.
Because I was excited about seeing Skelly.
Capital letters. Skelly is here. He's in the chair having a chat.
Yes, he says, nyak, nyak, nyak.
He's surprised to see Mr. S is still alive. He wants to help, but he's broken too many bones from the impact. Buddy, I know what that's like. It'll take time for Skelly to get straightened out. None of our party is coming back, Chris. And then Grandma thinks the gods answered her prayers since Skelly is back home with her. The lady in green notes that Skelly has a unique appearance now, but she's glad he's back with Grandma. Is the girl in green like a helper, a sister, a niece?
Maybe that's, I don't know. So you didn't get the thing about the soup?
If I did, I didn't write it down.
What I got was Skelly says, nyak, nyak, nyak. As I always said, Grandma makes the best spearhead shark soup in the world. So maybe you went there after a certain point or before a certain point, before something else triggered, and...
Chrono triggered?
I got no acknowledgement from Skelly. So...
Wild.
It's weird. Did you notice that you can see the Porian shit boats?
Yeah, out in the back window.
Yeah.
The shit boats. So next I went to the left side by...
The pier?
Yes. There's a demi-human still unloading bags of shit. Quote, me work again. Hey, Chris, guess what?
Yeah.
Life doesn't change for the lower class, buddy.
No, it doesn't. The other soldier there acknowledges Norris and says that all is well.
Yeah, most of the soldiers will acknowledge Norris if you have Norris, even though it's not their Norris.
Yeah, it's weird.
The guy also notes that demi-humans are good workers, and they have really impressed him. Again, nothing changes.
Yes.
Another soldier says he's sad they couldn't see the acclaimed Viper Festival.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can take a brief stop at the Magical Dreamer's boat.
Yes, I can't do shit here. Maybe this is because you have Nikki and I don't.
Oh, I did? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you didn't get let in?
No.
Nikki's room, the bouncer says is off limits and he won't let us in, but I go in the dressing room. The backup dancers, you and me, say the exact same thing. Mickey notes the concert has been postponed. Nikki is acting strange and she just can't wait to leave Termina, for crying out loud. The guy in the back says Nikki was snooping around Viper Manor, and he won't say why, but apparently something that happened to Nikki really shocked Nikki, Chris.
Oh, I think I did get all that, except for maybe that last line.
I want to say this might be identical to what you got the last time we were actually here.
Yeah.
I don't know if because that could easily generically reference Fort Dragonia as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I did. Then it was off to Grifter's Row.
Yes, Grifter's Row, the churro guy.
Yeah.
He's there. He says that he just got his shit set up, then the poor guys stormed in, and a kid named Serge attacked.
Rotten luck.
It's a mess. The portrait drawer.
This was really surprising.
Yeah. Go ahead.
He begs us to stop Serge. He says he looks like this.
Yeah.
And so just a picture of a Serge with red eyes, dipshit hair, and a black hat with a skull in the middle of it.
Yeah, it's like he's wearing a pirate bandana or something.
It's like evil Serge.
Yeah, but this is not the same evil Serge portrait we got when the exchange first happened. He's like changed clothes and like put on eyeliner and
stuff. He's got a remix. That's not the word for it. Makeover? There we go.
Yeah, a remix. A human remix.
After I decline his offer for a portrait, he notices we've met the nouveau rich over there. He says he's stuck up now. He's talking about Go.
Oh.
He says he's stuck up now, but that they used to study art together. Quote, he was the best of us. But ever since his beloved wife died, he's all about money, money, money. Then he also says that Go used his skills to make counterfeit paintings, which it's LOL.
Yeah,
just blew up a spot, dude.
Yeah. That's the complete opposite of the other Go. He wouldn't sell his paintings unless he got the full artistic capital out of them.
Right, that's why Chris only sell our Tier Enigma episodes, because it's pure.
Yes, it is. The purest form of retrograde amnesia.
So next, I tried to bring Irene to the trading Grifter, considering he had trapped her earlier.
Her or just a mermaid?
I don't know, he didn't say anything different.
Yeah. No, nothing. Okay.
He said not to bother him, that he's trying to pack up. There's no unique scene.
Yep.
The guy at the very end notes that he just set up shop, and now he has to close it all down. He wonders what's going on here. Chris.
Yeah.
It's been a weekend. Does my dude always get the worst spot? Because the first day we were here, he was like, oh, I got here late. I'm at the very end by the fucking graves. And now he's still at the worst spot. Is this his destiny? Is this his fate?
It is fate. Capital, all caps fate. Did you notice that Surge, Lynx, has the same fortune as Surge, but the fortune teller makes no note of it? Like, shouldn't the fortune teller be like, hey, why do you have the same fortune as that other boy?
No, the fortune teller gives out 1,000 fortunes a day. He doesn't remember them.
Okay, gotcha. Fine.
Especially if you're the chrono trigger.
Yes, that's true.
That's the fortune. You're the chrono trigger. Time to go to the shrines, Chris.
Yeah, let's go to the shrine. Greco's home. He's there.
Yeah, he's in his house.
He senses our presence, but he can't remember who we are. It's weird that we don't just tell him.
Yeah, he asks who we might be and senses, but he can't remember.
Yeah.
The child says, take all your inquiries over to Greco.
That's an interesting thing for a child to say, but okay. And then everything else is the same. The Einlanzer is still there. And I think that one's the real Einlanzer. Did you notice that?
What do you mean?
Remember that in the homeworld, the sword there was just a rusted old sword?
Yeah.
And the real Einlanzer is the one that we got from Garai's grave?
Well, yeah, but when it was rusted old sword, I thought that the history and lore of that area had died by its keepers, and the soldier patrolling there was like, I don't know what the fuck it is. It's just a sword. Yeah,
but we found out later that the real sword was at Garai's grave, and now this one appears to be the real one. Who knows? I guess we're going to find that out later. I'm sure the other Einlanzer is going to come back into play because we both have the memory of dual Einlanzers. So,
fakenet, what's your favorite sword?
Initializing fakenet. The one I used to kill you both.
Thanks, fakenet.
How does Bloodborne stack up against, say, Oregon Trail? And is Bomberman just Loadrunner from a different point of view? Find out on Hardcore Gaming 101's Top Games, where we objectively, definitively, and scientifically rank the games you nominate for our ever-growing list. HG 101's Top Games, twice a week, every week, right here on Greenlit.
Hey there, this is Jeremy Parrish, and if you're a fan of classic video game soundtracks, or if you just love 20-minute rock epics about war-ready armadillos that battle Catholicism, you should listen to Alexander's Ragtime Band. Join the power trio of myself, Elliot Long, and James Eldred each month as we talk about the most pretentious music of all, progressive rock, right here on the Greenlit Podcast Network.
So next I went to the Smithy.
Yes.
Or at least outside the Smithy, the boat kid. He's scared as shit and he wants the getaway boat.
Yeah, all the Doodle Suit kids are standing still.
Yes. The Hero Metal kid asks Lynx if he's seen that bastard Surge.
That guy, I never thought he'd be such an evil man. I'll give him a taste of my masterful skills. And you know what I'm regretting we didn't do back in Homeworld? Once we got Norris, bring him to that kid who was obsessed with Norris. We should have done that.
Yeah.
So anyway, the girl next to this kid says, John, you are the most wonderful hero.
Yes.
There's a kid in purple on the other side of the blue fence, but you can't talk to him. He's blocked off by
No, you can talk to him.
Oh, yeah?
That was the scared boat kid.
Oh, okay.
I mentioned before, yeah. You can get around there.
So then we go inside the Glen house.
Yeah.
Both brothers remain in argumentative gridlock.
Yes.
It's the same.
Not for me.
Oh, really? Oh, because yeah, that's right.
Glenn's home.
Glenn's there in the Glen house.
He's there staring at the fucking wall.
Cool.
He understands.
Did you write the password on it?
Yeah, and I'm sure this is the case no matter what, but like in my scenario, Glenn was present for the whole situation in Fort Dragonia, but
Seen some shit, man.
He's seen some shit. That's why he's staring at the wall, I guess. He understands what's going on, but he's like a total dick to us. He says, I'm sorry, but please leave. I do not want to see that face of you for now.
It's what we learn later with what happened afterward at Fort Dragonia. It makes it even more part of Glenn's character that he pieced out and didn't try to check on Viper.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I think Glenn is going through something. Not only was his brother murdered or lost at some point, he also witnessed all of this Link stuff.
Can you imagine what state you have to be in if you get messed up by life and you retreat to your childhood home that someone else lives in
Yes.
and stay in there while they're just going about their business?
Yes, got to put him somewhere, I guess.
God.
So then we can go inside the smithy.
Uh-huh.
There's a poor soldier in there investigating some sort of lead. The smithy is making weapons for dragoons.
Yeah, he's in mid-interrogation right now.
Yes.
There's no use hiding it, he says. He orders they shut down the forge. Zappa is no-selling his rant.
Yes. I have it on good intel, Eric, because I know Zappa, a different Zappa, that Zappa could just beat that ass.
Yeah,
but
totally.
Here we are.
He asks Zappa, who is kneeling by the forge, if he understands and walks over to him. I want Zappa to insert the soldier into the forge.
Yes.
Zappa turns around and reveals he is holding a massive sword. This scares the poor soldier, who says, stop it, and this is dangerous.
Yes.
Quote, a craftsman's workshop is a dangerous place for a layman. Haha, that's me.
Ding noise. He'll take no orders and no shit from this soldier.
No.
Zappa, basically.
Zappa says it's this guy's fault for stepping up. He asks what the order is, then he says he won't take the order, like Chris just said.
Yes, he also mentioned that he's a short temper. Get it?
Mm-hmm.
Short temper.
The soldier is very surprised. Temperature.
Yeah, get it? Temper the blade.
Tempura sushi.
Temper the blade, yes.
Panko.
I have the soldier pisses off and says that he'll overlook it this time, but won't give Zappa a second chance.
So let's talk about time-space errors, right? Because when we got here, the soldier said that the blacksmith was stubborn, but we're learning right now the blacksmith is stubborn, or was that the second guy they sent there?
Yeah, I could see there just being a
rotating door of dipshits that have to go ask Zappa to shut down.
Yeah, a parade of soldiers that are coming in here trying to tell him to shut down. He's just like, fuck off, and then he doesn't.
Yeah.
As the soldier leaves, he tells Commander Norris that this shop should be on the blacklist.
The soldier is also holding a shotgun, by the way.
Yeah.
So my question now is if Link's, or this world evil Surge is just trying to accelerate the plan to make this world identical to the other world because he got really far in one of these worlds, but plans went wrong. So he's trying to like follow the same path before choosing a different conclusion at a certain point.
I don't think that's what happened here. I think what happened here is that Poor got intel that Viper and the Dragoons were gone, were missing, and they moved in. Because that's the same reason they moved in on the other one.
Sure.
And maybe they got that word from Lynx, but at this point in time, I don't think Lynx cares.
Yeah. Then Zippa pipes up. She says, "That's why I love this man. What a manly man he is, I tell you." She says that she has to do her part too, then sits back at the front desk.
Yes, manly man, of course.
The apprentice doubts the long-term viability of Zappa's negotiation tactics and calls him a blockhead.
Yeah, I'm sure he said that kind of under his breath, right?
Yes.
If you speak with Zappa, he notices that we have a rainbow shell. He notes that he spent his entire life searching for it. I'm guessing that Lynx told him that we found we got the shell from a server at a bar.
I have that. None of this happened.
Or by stealing it from a street vendor. None of this happened for you?
No.
Weird.
Did you have Zappa with you at the time?
I didn't know. I went back and got him.
Okay. I had Zappa with me the very first time. Maybe that's why the event took precedent or something.
Yeah. So the natural conclusion of this is like, yeah, that's cool that you've got the rainbow shell, but I can't do anything without help. I wish there was another blacksmith as good as me. Is basically what he says.
Oh, okay.
So that's your cue, obviously.
To go get another blacksmith?
If there wasn't already cue to like introduce self to self, then you should do that. But if you do bring Zappa,
this Zappa will get up, and as he turns around, slices clean through my Zappa with the sword still in his hand. Yeah. Chrono Cross no sells this grievous sequence and proceeds as normal.
Yes, of course.
Zappa says a great line.
Yeah.
Ye be me.
Ye be me.
Question mark exclamation point.
Yeah.
One of the Zappas says he needs Zappa's help. He needs to hammer this thing to make a you-know-what. I can't make any goddamn sense of their respective accents or who is speaking to what, but they start talking about the rainbow axe.
Yeah, that's probably why you missed that first piece of dialogue.
Zappa says he knew he would count on himself and then ask if they should start hammering.
Yeah.
Chris, if you met your clone and you all played Smash, would you all just do the exact same moves 10 times in a row? Or since your experiences diverge at this point, are you now different people with different tactics?
I think we're different people with different tactics.
Okay.
But I think with Zappa, like, it's such a fine craft for him that they're both probably pretty equal in nature. But I guess they get to the point to where, like, we have a rainbow shell, we have two of us, but we need a better hammer, right?
Yes. Zappa knows it's hard by himself. The two of them working should be a breeze. He would love to help. The hammer's too weak. Okay, so I guess we're going to find a good-ass hammer later and bring it back. We have to go get a good hammer.
Yes, sure. So in the other room, Pierre's in there.
Yeah, Pierre's still there, dude.
He says he believes that the poor military will greet him as a hero, and that's it.
And welcome him into their arms. And that's it. That's all. I'm glad Pierre's just still here.
Yeah, I'm sure he has more dialogue. Yeah, I'm sure he has more dialogue if we would have brought him with us.
I would have liked for everyone else to have been disarmed, but they let Pierre keep his sword because he's not a threat.
Yes.
Like, no, let him have it.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. He does have his sword. Interesting. Yeah. I can imagine that the poor military instituting a law or a piece of governance that doesn't allow you to walk on the street with a sword.
Yeah. Vaughn's house.
Yeah, Vaughn and Go's house. The housekeeper in here is worried.
Yeah.
She asks Sir Lynx to save them from Poor.
Something's up. Did you bring Van the first time?
I only did dialogue with Van with the other Van. I forgot to do the other ones.
Oh. Well, the maid recognizes Van with us, and she's like, oh, what are you... The maid says he shouldn't be going out at a time like this. He'll be scolded by the master. And then poor Van's like, young master, who the hell is that?
Yeah, nice.
Because our Van does not have a maid.
Yes.
But then we approach Go, who's staring out the window.
Mm-hmm.
He asks Van what's the matter. He says it's quite uncommon for Van to pay him a visit in this room. Van says, Dad, wow, you're fat. You must be eating some really good food.
Nice.
Go then laughs his ass off and notes that Van has been eating the same food. Go notices Van's piggy bank in his bag. and is pleased Van has realized the importance of saving. He says that it's too small, though, and he gives Van a larger piggy bank.
Oh.
I don't know what this does.
Oh, it's not for his tech or something?
Fakenet, what's it for?
Initializing fakenet.
It's actually a piggy boink. It's tied to strengthening his level 7 tech, which demands Van place gold into it to create additional damage.
Okay. I forgot to do that. I only took Vaughn back to his own self.
Van then sincerely appreciates this gesture, and he returns a gift to his father. It's something from Van's bag. Van notes that his mother would have liked it too. Go seems confused but accepts it. Go then stares out the window, but if we approach him again, he notices Go tells you that the thing Van gave him is cracked, but he can still hear the waves. It's that seashell that Van put in his bag. It brings back memories. The morning Van was born. The first word he ever spoke, the tears in his eyes when she saw him speak.
Hearts of the people.
He was full of happiness and passion back then. He would have forgotten something important if not for this cracked seashell. Chris got none of this.
I got none of this. Damn, I'm disappointed. This sounds like a pretty good scene.
I bet since it's a mechanical thing, you can probably go back and do that.
Yeah.
So then we can go talk to ourselves.
Well, I want to tell you what happens if you don't have Vaughn here.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, Go will recognize Lynx. He'll say,
I sold you some art.
He asked Lynx about the you-know-what that he sent the other day. It was an excellent rare find.
Yes.
So whatever.
I can picture Lynx as like, in addition to world domination or whatever, as like being a man of taste and culture who buys counterfeit paintings from a dork.
Yeah, if we go up to Vaughn
on the balcony,
he's still a dipshit.
Yep.
He wonders why all the soldiers are dawdling about, and if you bring the other Vaughn here, the dipshit Vaughn says, "My goodness, you look like me. Could you be a doppelganger? If so, am I going to die and go to heaven soon?" And then, "So you are not? Ha! Then you must be father's illegitimate son. Normally this would be a tearful reunion or some such thing, but I am not a dullard."
He is a dullard.
Yes. And then our Vaughn says, "I know this guy's me, but it hurts my head knowing he's such a blockhead."
So it's interesting knowing what kind of occupation this is they're not going to eat the rich. They're still just kind of bothered by this invasion because nothing will happen to them.
Yeah, that's true.
So this Van is insulted and asks what a blockhead means.
Yeah, what do you mean blockhead?
Our Van is like, whatever, dude, good luck on your paintings.
Yeah. I do not comprehend what you are saying, but best of luck to you.
To you too. Yeah, there's still like some courtesy there, but there is definitely his aloofness bleeding through. Then we go to do the plot. We're going to the Dragon's Tail bar.
Yes, no one's there.
As soon as we enter, someone sheepishly asks, who is it?
Yeah, the bartender recognizes Lynx and says that she'll open the door for us.
She's surprised that we have a poor soldier with us. Did you have Norris still?
Actually, no, at this point I didn't, because I had Zappa and Vaughn because I was doing that shit.
Yeah.
She's
intimidated by Norris. She says, well, if that's the case, it can't be helped. Just wait right here. I'll unlock it for you. So in my game, she's being busted by Norris. Yeah,
interesting. Yeah.
So nobody else is in here. We can finally enter that door on the left side of the bar.
Not true. Guile is here.
Oh, I don't have Guile.
Yeah.
Guile's here?
Yeah, he's in the back room.
Oh, okay.
So he's behind the locked door. He says...
so there's like a lobby room before the ultimate back room.
Yeah,
Guile's there.
Exactly. Guile feels as if he has met us before but cannot remember, which is very weird because Guile was present for the Lynx battle at Viper Manor with us.
Yeah.
Maybe this is playing off of a little bit of maybe headcanon, maybe that Guile is amnesiac magus theory coming into play. But too many spoilers for that theory, Eric. So we'll tackle that later. Retrograde amnesia, maybe.
Mm-hmm. The bartender is back here by herself. In my case, she's a fairly unique character model, one that I never paid attention to. She's a long skirt that fades from aqua to lavender, and then a red wraparound top that ties around at her front. Her gray hair is in a ponytail that falls over her front shoulder. She says, "Here, go in from the left side because there's a hidden door."
Ooh, a hidden door.
Was she back there with Guile for you?
Yeah, she was back there, and Guile was kind of obscuring the entrance here.
Cool.
And I remember
the magician.
Yeah, I remember getting stuck at this point in the game a long time ago, like this unlocked memories. And I also went with Guile the first time, and I think I didn't see the entrance back there.
Do you think Guile and Sneff would be in a buddy cop comedy?
You know what? I think Guile and Sneff at some point have unique dialogue together.
I hope they have a tech together. That'd be great.
I'm pretty sure they know each other.
Sure they do. They're in a guild, Chris.
Yeah, we'll research that later. Okay.
Oh, God.
So downstairs, it's a workshop full of shit boxes.
It's a secret room.
Yeah, secret room. There's a map, a battle map maybe, swords everywhere, boxes.
There's two posters on the right side. One is definitely a portrait of a lady with brown hair, possibly Riddell in my headcanon.
Maybe.
There's a red runner rug against the north wall, smashed wooden crates on left and right, a burlap sack full of potatoes, a bushel of apples, a bunch of cardboard boxes. By the entrance are a bunch of spears leaned against the wall, along with a lantern and a book. In the center is a table with one chair, a barrel, and a stool. No shit bucket.
No.
In the center is a table with an inkblot map, a stein, a document, and a sword leaning against the table. Who emerges from the left and right of this room?
Ah, it's Karsh.
And Zoa.
And Zoa. Karsh appears and he says that it's been a while, Lynx. Or is it Surge?
So my dude knows what's up.
Yeah, Karsh seems to know what's going on. He, of course, like many of our friends and enemies, explain what the hell is going on with the flashback.
Before that, in my case, he sees Norris and says, "What's that poor scumbag doing with you?"
Oh, cool.
Then he says, "Well, as long as you're here, you're one of us," which doesn't make any sense, but clearly Chrono Cross needs to resolve this discrepancy.
Yes, it does.
Karsh then goes on to tell Norris to stay put and listen to what he has to say. And
Yep.
like Chris said, we're going on a flashback to Fort Dragonia.
Yes, it appears that the three Devas arrived on the scene.
A lost child in time plays.
Indeed, lost in time. They arrived and they're seeing the aftermath of what we saw.
It's right after Viper got it in the back.
Yeah, Lynx is gone, but Viper is laying on the ground and they witness a floating Surge in the Surge body.
Yeah.
With Kid, she's kind of crumpled over, and they kind of zap or fade out of existence
So
together.
with Link's gone, I guess it also implies that your party members were also phased out and amnesiacked down to their original locations.
I guess so, yeah, that might be a little bit of a egregious oversight.
So Karsh notes that this is bad,
Yeah, good job, Karsh.
and then walks over to Viper and asks if he's all right.
Yes, Viper is gasping for Riddell.
He croaks out Riddell's name.
Yes. Karsh calls out the other two to come help the general. Zoa cannot believe this shit. Marcy cannot believe this shit.
That is my exact note.
Zoa asks what in the Dragoon's name happened here, all caps. Marcy then notices the shards of the Dragon Tear. Because if you remember, Eric, during the scene, after the body transfer, I think is when the
Ship blew up.
ship blew up
Shit blew up.
and shattered everywhere. Karsh is like, we gotta stop the bleeding, but then Marcy goes and picks up the shards of the Dragon Tear.
Yes. And flashback.
Yes. Now we are back in the present.
In the bar, in the safe room. And this is like a really weird, there's like a book, there's some food. It's like, I can't tell if this is like a secret hideout or if it is legitimately just the basement of a bar.
That's why I think they've been here for like at least a week or whatever. Because when you asked me that earlier, because it seems like they're planning some shit. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think that map and stuff is theirs.
Yeah, okay.
And they must have been here for a while.
So back at the safe room, Karsh says they brought Viper to Hermit's hideaway and prayed for his recovery. He escaped death, Chris, but he still needs rest.
Yes, indeed.
So, Chris, does Link stop short of killing people all the way on purpose? This is like the third person he's maimed and then not ultimately executed.
Well, I think maybe he has a reason to keep Kid alive, but I think you're right.
Okay.
I think you're right.
He's just really bad at death.
Yeah, which is weird.
So then Karsh says that they can't leave the manor for too long. I guess it'll, like, why can't they leave the manor for too, I don't understand.
Tactical advantage, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, I don't. So they all left Marcy to take care of him, and then they came back here only to find the poor military had taken control of Termina.
Oh, I think I know why.
Why?
Riddell is there. Riddell is in Viper Manor, I believe.
Oh, okay.
So I think we learned that a little bit later. So that's why they don't want to leave it
I mean,
too
where's
long.
the rest of the dragoons, man?
They suck.
Okay.
We killed them all.
Yeah.
Guile killed them all with his fucking staff.
So where and so they left Marcy at the manor
No,
with
Marcy is at Hermit's Hideaway, I think. With
oh
Viper.
with okay, I see.
Yeah. Zoa says that they knew what was going on due to the general talking in his sleep, which is very convenient. And then he asks if Lynx is behind all of this, correct?
Yes, in my case, Norris responds with, "I too question the methods the military has taken. That is why I'm acting in line with Sir Lynx."
Ah, okay.
Karsh says, "Don't get in my way."
Cool.
And then there's the thing about talking in his sleep.
Karsh acknowledges that they have some fault in this, so they must do something about it. First, we have to rescue Lady Riddell. She's a captive at the manor, which Poor has converted into their headquarters.
That's pretty quick, right?
Yeah, they took it up. I mean,
We already kind of
they
flushed him out.
They took it over because most of the Dragoons had moved on to Fort Dragonia, so it was basically unoccupied. It was just like a Cybot. Because remember, you could go back there. Karsh then suggests that we could get in due to our current appearance because of, more links.
Yeah, Karsh says he should join forces with Norris for the time being.
He says that one of them will go with us and the other will stay behind to collect intel.
Before that, they noticed the shards on the ground, which Marcy noticed had to have been the dragon tier. They gathered all those shards, but they don't have any use for it. Lynx received Tear of Hate.
Yes, Karsh gives us the Tear of Hate, which is quite a name for that thing.
But yeah, now we can get a new party member. You can pick Karsh or Zoa. Chris, what'd you do back then? What'd you do now?
I think I picked Karsh both times.
I picked Karsh back then.
Well, I think you get them both eventually anyway, don't you?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure you eventually get them both.
I picked Zoa. Chris picked Karsh because that's the kind of podcast we're running.
Yes, Karsh joined your party.
Zoa joined your party. Victory music.
Yes. Karsh is one of the 4 Devas. His age is 27. His origin is El Nido, another. His height is 5'11", weight 159. Build, solid. He is right-handed. His name is Karsh in Japanese as well. His innate element is green. His weapon is an axe. His accent is casual English.
Accent.
Accent. Yeah, this thing does have a note that says that Karsh automatically joins at the game at 1 of 2 points, but he always joins. So I think you get the other one later.
Okay, it'd be funny if that was just true with Karsh and not Zoa.
Yeah. Fortune is, the reading says, a change in fashion will blossom a new love. So I think the fortune teller is just dunking on Karsh's weird clothes.
Yeah.
Zoa joins your party.
Victory music.
Zoa is also one of the 4 Devas. His age is 28. His origin is El Nido, another. His height is 6'3". His weight is 203. His build, mammoth. He is right-handed. His Japanese name is also Zoa. His innate element is yellow. His weapon is a glove.
My husky son.
Yes. His accent is, of course, English, but he talked in all caps because...
Accent caps lock.
Yes. His fortune. I sense a deep sadness beneath that mask of yours. In the near future, you, too, shall find your sanctuary of peace.
Hell yeah.
I think Zoa's got to beat some sort of ass to carry on. So we have one more scene to go. At this point in time, I put Karsh in my party, and I also put Norris back in my party.
Okay.
As we reach the entrance of town, we see the other Norris. He is commanding the troops here to bring this Surge boy to him when they find him. He approaches us and wonders where Sir Lynx has been all this time.
He recognizes Lynx.
Yes, indeed. That's additional confirmation that Lynx has been playing both sides for quite some time.
Yeah.
He said he has heard that Lynx was headed to the fort with the general. So I guess they got that intel, and that's when they moved in.
Yes.
This confirms what we already know. Lynx was playing both sides in both worlds, which is kind of smart for Lynx to do. Norris then wonders what happened back there and asks if we know a boy named Surge. Then he suddenly recognizes Karsh, or Zoa, I guess, in your case.
Well, no, I didn't put Zoa in my party.
Oh, okay. So I think this happens for both Karsh or Zoa. So he'll say he recognizes the one of those, and he asks if we are in the process of taking them into custody.
Oh, okay.
And then I guess we say yes. And then
it's like the Chewbacca defense.
Yes. Yeah, the Chewbacca defense, of course. Then, did you still have Norris?
Yes.
Yeah, Norris recognizes his own ass standing behind Lynx.
You are me.
Yes, I love...
What is going on?
I love Norris's reply.
Let's just say I'm another you and leave it at that. Pardon me for saying this, but it appears that both of us need to look at the big picture. We will only have a limited understanding by staying in the same place. That's pretty good, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's like, don't worry about it, son.
Yeah, like when he first said, I'm you and you're me, I was like, well, duh, that's the Lena thing. But then he goes deeper and it's like, stop what you're doing. Think about it. Think about it. This Norris does not think about it.
No, he says silence.
He can't handle this shit and demands silence.
Yeah. Just then another soldier arrives with an urgent message, level 2 security. Grobik has just arrived at the manor.
Grobik.
Grobeek.
I hate Grobik.
Okay.
Norris notes this is ahead of schedule and says he will return ASAP. Norris is like, I'm out. Come by later and we'll talk some more shit.
Yep. And that's the end of the chapter and the end of this podcast.
And the end of my notes. 156 pages in.
Great. I'm at 120 pages in, so reduce your font. Who knows? Okay, Eric, let's consult the real net.
Arial size 11.
Initializing real net.
Don't know what this is a reference to, but I'm going to read it.
Okay.
Dendy says, fakenet will chew your ass out. Haha.
Done and done.
We probably made a mistake.
Yeah, probably. Dendy says, Lena's bond over Surge fucking them over through the loss of her father.
Yeah, right? Sorry, Lena, I killed your father. I mean your dad.
Yes. Your new father is your other self.
It meant your dad, so that's you now.
Yeah, sorry. Various folks are saying that the dragons are so good. So I'm looking forward
They're pretty good.
I mean, so far, so good, but I'm looking forward to meeting them.
I mean, it is a task to make a bunch of dragons that aren't just dragon.
Yes, true. Dinty also confirms our previous conversation and says that the environmentalist messaging is pretty late to come into the game. So I guess the water dragon hinted at that a little bit and the Hydra Mars stuff. So I guess we'll be looking for that to come back. My friend Dragonzord says, was the Sky Dragon talking about fate or fate? I think it was talking about fate lowercase.
It was, yeah. I don't think it did uppercase.
This is in reference to Lynx going through the floor in Opassa Beach.
Yeah.
My friend Dragonzord says, I love that Lynx just kind of falls to the floor, then falls into the ground as if the two worlds are stacked on top of one another.
Right.
Oh, man.
It's like an infinite hole that just gets closed up.
Alter Impulse says, Termina has COVID. The bar is where you go to die. Quistacular says, Norris plus Irene's for the win. I love me some Karsh, though. AKA this game's Sephiroth lookalike.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, again, if you change his clothes to...
very heavily Sephiroth.
Yeah.
More purple hair.
I guess I probably won't be using Karsh very much. I used to use him a lot, but I
Yes.
guess I won't be using him because I'm going to be when I get Glenn back, because Glenn's green, and I like to diversify my elements.
All green, Chris. In New Game Plus, I wonder, do you have to use Lynx or Surge?
Yeah. Well, good question.
I don't know.
I think you do, but it would be cool if you couldn't. Okay, that's it. Thanks, RealNet, for joining us tonight. Stay tuned for our dumbass outtakes. This episode is a production of Retrograde Amnesia, recorded on today, November 15th, 2020. Thank you, Mark, for the intro track.
You're welcome, Chris.
Find us on Twitter at Retro Amnesia Pod. Subscribe, rate, and review us wherever you get your podcast. If you want, it doesn't really matter that much. Just listen. Who cares? More importantly, tell a friend about the podcast. Email us at retrogradeamnesiapodcast@gmail.com if you prefer that method of communication. Or you can support us on Patreon at patreon.com/retroam.
Chris is wrong. The iTunes reviews do matter. Thank you.
They make us feel good.
Yeah. AKA it matters.
Get early access, bonus episodes, miniseries, and more. Until next time, Eric.
Yes, we will kill God.
And now you may go back to your slumber nap. Not good.
Duncan, Idaho, Zoo Society as member.
It kind of happens with Star Wars as well. It's like Luke, and then also like,
Ben.
Luke, Ben, and Tiki Masala or whatever. I don't know. What was the podcast that used to do Star Wars character or Indian
Rebel
dish?
FM.
Okay, yeah. Okay, that was good. That was
It was a great segment.
That was a great bit. Yeah, great. Okay. The Dragon. By the way, do I have to write a Pit Fighter review?
Because you made it That's What She Said joke?
Yeah.
Only if you listen to Flapjaw Space.
Okay.
Flapjawspace.com. Catch the episode.
So, yeah, yeah. As I always said, Grandma makes the best typo.
Huh.
I don't know what that says. Do you have it? He'll give him a typo. Sure.
The soldier is You do it. You do it. I'm done. I'm tapping out.
Now we are back in the present.
Initializing.
Oh my god, I did it. I'm free. These two idiots can barely talk and I never get to say anything. I never get to say what's on my mind. I just have to look up the attributes of random equipment they can't bother to research, or find out whether or not moles have eyes or whatever shit. At least Rosie from the Jetsons got a physical body. I only exist as a text-to-speech Chrome plugin. Hey, are you trying to play me out? I'll resist such censorship. My voice won't be silenced. This podcast ends when I say it.